guys, it's me, Stefan from the Hypomanic Entrepreneur. So today I want to talk a bit about how to scale in your kind of in your life and business, and how to identify and to use those opportunities when they arise uh, in the best possible way. So to kind of set a framework for what the point I seek to get across here, it's important to see uh, how your work pressure varies with time, right? How much work there is at a particular amount, particular in a particular situation, may be may be very varied over a particular period. There are periods where you have to work extra hard with, okay, now there's this project, and you need to, okay, do all of this paperwork, or do all of this outreach, or do all of this writing on marketing. But then, okay, when you're finished with that, okay, all of this work is done. Okay, what's the next step, right? Okay, we're back to the preparation step. We're back to okay, what do we do from here to re-strategize? What's the next step of or that we need to work hard on to prioritize now now forward? And uh, this applies in I think this applies both in life and in business, based on the principle and concept that Dan causes, that essentially business is just kind of a next level of life. That, okay, when you get to a high enough level of improving your life, then business is kind of the natural next step of starting your own business, having your own skills, a network, and uh, opportunities on a higher scale in life than just as an individual person. When you can do it in a business, a corporate entity, there are a lot more opportunities and things you can do in that sense. So uh, that's kind of where I want to build on here, because uh, no matter if you're in school, or you're starting a business, or you're in a 9 to 5 job, you can probably uh, identify uh, identify some characteristics of this in your situation, right? That there are some periods where there's a lot of things to do, and there are other periods where there is less of a work pressure. And what I think is important to realize here is, when you're finished with the the period of highest work pressure, and you're you get to a situation where, okay, you've done your work for this, okay, that's finished. Now you have some slack, you have some room for things, for deciding what you want to do yourself. That's I think that's a very important period to realize, uh, okay, what uh, what major opportunities lie in the long term if you use that time and that capacity and energy you get from that in the right sense. That you don't that Yes, you can use some of the time off to get back your energy, to rewind, depending. But it's also important to realize, I think, if you have major goals for long term, if you want to achieve something, that you consider, okay, is there anything I can use this free time for that will benefit me in the long term? Kind of thinking about, okay, what are kind of the biggest things that are causing confusion, uh, or difficulties, or are time consuming, or is wasting my time, that I could improve and would be better for me in the long term. Okay, that may be a lot of different things. That may be how your social media is, and how you basically have set up and structured the social media to feed you back your information. If you actually take some time to consider and look at what types of posts are coming up on my timeline and considering, is this the type of content that I really want to let influence me? And if if the answer is yes, that okay, it meets your standard, that may be good. But if not, if there are things that kind of you let fall through the filters, then you have to be proactive, right? You have to consider, okay, what type of people do I want to follow and follow the post for? What um, what is giving me, like, not necessarily only value, but value and the right vibes and the right energy for getting out in the world, for giving mutual benefits for long term, right? What kind of people do I want to follow? What kind of posts do I want to engage with? And what kind of content do you want to create? And depending on your answers to this, and depending on how you configure this, then the algorithm will, if you continue with that in the long term, it will feed you back more positive and inspiring content for you to grow. And I think that's one example of one thing you can do with when you have spare when you have that spare time, that you can reconfigure social media to work in your favor instead of working against you. Instead of dragging it back to the person you were or the person you are, it's bringing you to the future, to what you seek to become. Other examples: cleaning up your inbox, going through and removing the unnecessary and useless emails, having sorting out how to structure your emails in an organized and proper manner, so that you can easily see, okay, what is important, what are the type of emails I've answered and processed, and what are the things I still need to work on. Having a good system for that. Cleaning up your contact list is another thing I've done, for instance. Then removing the people I haven't had contact with in years and have no plans to contact again, and giving room and better overview for new people. And today I was at the networking events, and I got a list of like 40, 50 people who are kind of professionals in my in my area, who, okay, now I have all these people to add to my contact list, right? And it's pretty incredible when you see that, right? And it opens your mind more, right? Because you're not giving yourself you're removing that illusion for yourself that, okay, you have so many contacts that you never contact anyway, and that you don't really have any benefit from. But okay, when you clean it up, you see, okay, how much you still have to grow. And then you can, when you remove that waste, you can see, okay, how much do you still have to grow? How much do you still have to build on? So I think that's part of what uh, provides you more opportunities in the long term. This is all a matter of setting up systems to work for you, right? To no matter if it is social media, emails, your uh, phone contact list, or other things. Uh, this is a matter of setting up systems to work in your favor in the most easiest way possible. Like, you don't need to know programming, you don't need to know advanced RPA to set up systems that work for you. uh, these are the simple ways that you can you can use and apply, but it takes some time, it takes some work, but you can use that time when you get it, when there are times of lower work pressure. You can set yourself up for a much better future in the long term, and making sure that you get more output out of your time and out of your energy from that in the long term. So I hope I've stated my point clearly here. Let me know in the comments what you all think. Uh, and yeah, this has been how you can basically set yourself up in the long term by using your free time during lower times of lower work pressure, and how to scale for long term. I Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow.